How will Biden losing control of the Senate and maybe Congress likely affect the US monetary policy and macro picture over the next 2 years? From Crypto Trillion. So we had to dig into a whole couple of things. But first of all, I think what you're getting out of here is losing control means they call it a lame duck session, when Congress and Senate have the inability to pass through any meaningful legislation. And that's why I think things like the current Democrats in power in the United States are shoehorning a whole bunch of stuff through, because they know come November they're not going to be able to do anything. So they want to kind of leave their legacy now, and that's why they're putting all these programs together. And again, I'm not a political animal. I look at data. I don't care about anything else. So all of this stuff is data. I don't care if it's political data or GOP data or Democratic data, left or right or whatever. It's just data. So I don't want to offend anybody here. So first of all, this is the history of 1967 to 2012, 45 years of the lame duck periods. And I broke it kind of pre-2012 and post-2020 because they are a little bit different. So again, if you look at a couple of things like there is sometimes a positive effect of political connections on the stock market, and sometimes there's not. And sometimes as well, additional tests suggest that the diminishing political effect in the lame duck period is more pronounced during Republican presidencies. And this is important. Now, as I see it, if you take control away from the Democrats, the stock market likes it and does better during lame duck sessions. As I believe, let the markets run themselves, let them be free. Now, with the Republicans, when they are lame duck, the stock market actually falls. So the data for this period is stocks go up when the Democrats are lame 3 times out of 3 times over the past 45 years, and stocks go down when the GOP is lame 2 out of 3 times. Well, it's really 2.5 times because one is flat. It didn't actually go down or up. So that is that piece of history, but there's more. So this one is the 2000s. And stocks do gain in lame duck sessions. And the S&P 500 has posted gains in 6 of the 9 lame duck sessions going back to 2000. I think, I can't remember who it is, but many people believe that government should just get out of the way and markets perform better by themselves without crazy money printing, etc., which we'll talk about later too. So first of all, I broke down some history as well of the when I'm digging into the lame duck stuff, it made me uncover a whole bunch of other history. Is which presidents, which parties have the best S&P 500 returns since 1945. And during this, you can see here very quickly, I'll break it into a graphic because it's easier to read. Here are the presidents. I marked the Democrats in blue and the Republicans in red and the relative returns. Basically, what you see here, only twice in the last since 1947 or whatever, has a president been in office and the stock market gone down. Again, I always say stock market is number go up technology. It just goes up because the fiat goes down. So therefore, it's expensive to be out of the market. But the lame duck breakout, as I said, it does better for Democrats, but Democrats overall do better. And that made me ask the question, how does this all stack up? Obviously, you can eyeball the chart here and you can see, well, the blues are bigger than the reds, and the blues have no negative returns, and the reds have a couple, but this is the breakdown of all the summary of the data. So the median return for a president when Democratic for the S&P 500 is 67% since 1947, and the median return when a Republican is in the office is 48%. So the Democrats do better, or at least the stock markets do better when a Democrat's in the office. Now, the total years analyzed is 36 years for Democrats in office, Republicans 40%. So the Republicans have been in office more, one full term more than the Democrats over this period. And the average return for Democrats is 55% higher than the GOP. So this kind of goes a little bit fly in the face to the fact that lame duck Democratic presidents have better stock market returns than GOP presidents. So we'll see where this goes. Anyway, that was very interesting. Now, in terms of, sorry for the long-winded answer, a lot of data behind this. There will be, I believe, after they lose their power, there will be no more trillion-dollar programs. I'm going to use some aggressive language here. The Inflation Causation Act, my new name for the IRA, and the UBI Debt Act. No need to talk more about that. I know it's very political. That's all I'll say. But debt will continue to grow because we're beyond 77% debt to GDP ratio. The GDP will return positive in 2023, I believe, or earlier, depending on what happens and how the Fed reacts. Will they kick us into financial Armageddon, or were they jawboning us on Friday? We will see. It'll be interesting. And stocks will go up as long as they are. Number go up technology. As I said before, I made multiple videos on that. And the interest rates will fall back down to 2% or lower sometime in 2023, 2024. That's my prognosis.